I run a group of jokers, ladies and gentlemen. But you hear that? You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? That is what you call peace and quiet. Now, if one of these jokers should happen to interrupt me, well, one's out for the evening, one's sick, and one I have no idea. So, I'm gonna solo wing this shit, and I have things to say. It's 2025. I hope your 2025 is off to a better start than mine. I've had to deal with heartbreak. My Texans being fucking losing to the damn Chiefs with more crappy ass ref ball bullshit. And now they're gonna friggin' three-peat, and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are gonna propose on national TV, and it's gonna bring in all the ratings because the Swifties and their cult of personality. And oh, I'm sorry here. Yeah, it's been hectic. It really has been. I can't even describe it any other way. And what better hecticness to sum up how I feel than the Royal Frickin' Rumble? The first time it's actually happened in February instead of January. The first pay per view and live streaming event to air on Netflix outside of the US. In the US, it's just going to air on Peacock like it normally does. And we have the same thing men's and women's matches. We've got a undisputed WWE Championship match and one tag match for belts I bet you forgot even entirely existed. I can't say I blame you in that regard, but you know what? Eh, what are we gonna do? Coffee Lover 239 here, once again, flying solo. Our resident John Moxley Stan Steven is sick with COVID, so he's resting, and he told me before. Jesse's out doing things, and our resident Jokester Quiet Jam, you never know. So, with that regard, I am just gonna go ahead and get into the fucking action. Starting with. I botched that. That's a good way to start. The men's Royal Rumble match. 30-man Royal Rumble match for a World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. Now, half the field has already been announced, and it includes as follows. LA Knight, John Cena, CM Punk, Uso, Roman Reigns, or Jey Uso, yeah. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Penta, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes. So, excuse me. On November 13th, 2024, it was announced that John Cena would be competing at the Royal Rumble, which would in turn be his last Royal Rumble appearance, as Cena announced at the 2024 Money in the Bank he would be retiring at the end of 2025. During the Raw premiere on Netflix on January 6, 2025, Cena announced he would compete in the Rumble in order to get an opportunity to win his 17th World Championship at WrestleMania 41. And that's really all the background that there is here. But you know why people are here. You know why it is. Out of this field of people, the most likely person I'd want to win who hasn't ever won a Rumble, but also probably could have won last year had things not gone to shit for him, was CM Punk. Because he had the injury in last year's Rumble, and that. Man, that screwed him up. Screwed him up royally. And man, it hurt. Well, to be fair, what transpired after was impressive, even if I was losing my mind for half of it, but that's beside the point. So, it's no doubt about it. I think it's pretty obvious. If you wanted to give it to a other upstart, Hayes and Breaker would probably be nice. Penta could make a shot, but maybe too soon. Can we not have Logan Paul win one, please? Mysterio, been there, done that. Zayn might actually be nice. McIntyre, Rollins, and Reigns, been there, done that. I don't know about Jey Uso. He feels like an entrance at this point. John Cena, been there, done that. LA Knight, maybe. So, let's see. Dean actually said CM Punk, although he wants Cena to win, but he thinks it's going to be Punk. Jesse's also boiled down to Cena and Punk, and the final four for him are going to be Cena, Punk, Reigns, and Rollins. And as for me, I'm going to go with CM Punk, because it's CM Punk. Why? Don't bet against him. Next. Now it's the ladies' turn. A 30-woman Royal Rumble match for a Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. and 10 of the 30 have been announced. Nia Jax, Bayley, oh god, Android 18, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, I'm not doing the bit anymore, it's done. Lyra Valkyria, who is the Women's Intercontinental Championship, so why, but whatever. Ivy Nile and Io Sky. Yeah, out of this field, it's a bit more unpredictable as to who could win, but you know what? You know what, dude? It's like, I have no idea right now, and shit. None of this really. The only one who I would willingly want to is Io Sky, but I don't know if they're going to do that. Oh, let's see. The Diener says Io. Jesse says either Becky Lynch or Liv Morgan, assuming they return. And quite frankly, there could be also surprises I should mention, because I hope Joe Hendry appears in the men's Rumble match. That's all I really want to see, and I will will it into existence. Say his name at the end of every buzzer, until it happens. And then for the women, AJ Lee would be a good surprise. I don't know if it's for certain. I don't think she will, but if she does, we're all gonna lose our shit. I mean, that'd be fucking great. I'm gonna have some liquid death because I've been tempted to try that, and now hearing about the cola flavors, or at least the two colas and the root beer flavor, I ordered a pack, so it'll be here tomorrow in time. Yeah. And out of all of these, it's like, let's look at this field. Bayley, been there, done that. Charlotte, been there, done that. No thanks. Naomi, we could, but I don't know. Bianca, shoot, has she? Let me check. The answer is yeah, been there, done that. Liv Morgan, we have not, so that might be good. Raquel, I don't see. Lyra, I don't see. Ivy Nile, I don't see. Io Sky. I'm going to put down Io Sky for now, even though I have a very bad feeling it's going to be fucking Android 18 back after her big injury, always cutting the line because rumors are going around. Fucking Charlotte Flair wins the damn thing because, oh, hello there. Thank you for the predictions, Johnny. Yeah, for Matt Cardona and Nick Nemeth to make an appearance in the Rumble. And where was I? Oh, yeah, for the men. And fucking Charlotte Flair will probably is the bad feeling that she is going to win. I'll put her in as the backup, and Io is my heart. My heart says Io, but my head says Charlotte. And why? Because probably to many others, including the H's, the Levesques, and everybody, it's like McMahon's spirit still taps over when Charlotte comes in because she got a great ass, and they've got that head all the way up it. I had to quote Heat for old time's sake because it's one of the best movies ever made. So, okay, let's move on. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens in a ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. The undisputed and winged eagle belts will be suspended above the ring. At Bad Blood in October of 2024, undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes set aside his differences with longtime rival Roman Reigns to face the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu, which was won by Rhodes and Reigns. The following event, fans captured footage of Kevin Owens having an altercation with Rhodes in the parking lot as he was entering his bus, which culminated with Owens attacking Rhodes, thus turning heel. Owens considered Rhodes teaming with Reigns as a betrayal due to Owens' past issues with Reigns and the original Bloodline. Rhodes and Owens faced each other at Saturday night's main event on December 14th for the title, and due to the 80s retro theme of the event, Rhodes wore the Winged Eagle version of the WWE Championship belt. During the match, Owens performed a stunner on Rhodes and pinned him, which lasted more than 3 seconds, but the ref had been inadvertently knocked out of the ring when Owens had hit the stunner. While the referee was incapacitated, Owens grabbed the chair and attempted to attack Rhodes, only for Rhodes to seize it and perform a cross Rhodes on Owens onto the chair. It didn't really look like onto the chair at that time. If anything, it looked more like Cody Rhodes winning 8 shit for what it's worth, so I don't know, man. Maybe the camera angle was just not good at that moment. I'd do whatever. The referee recovered and counted the pin. Rhodes retained the title. After the event went off the air, Owens attacked Rhodes with a package pile driver and stole the Winged Eagle belt, trying to be the true champion. Shades of Jay White and MJF. Ugh. On the December 27th episode of SmackDown, the brand's general manager, Nick Aldis, demanded that Owens return the Winged Eagle belt or be fired. Owens stated that he would only give it back if he received a rematch against Rhodes. Aldis declined and said the demand was non-negotiable. Rhodes interrupted and stated that he did not want Owens to return it as he wanted a chance at revenge on Owens and take it back himself, thus challenging Owens in a rematch as a ladder match at the Royal Rumble. Both belts are suspended above the ring, and Aldis reluctantly made it official. Now, here's my deal with this match. At some point, we've all probably thought, how is Cody going to lose? Because you know he has to lose inevitably. All good things come to an end, to quote Q. But here, I don't know. This is definitely going to be a hard-fought slobber knocker, but I don't know, really. I mean, KO could do some good shit, and it's been a while since he's been world champion, but we're not quite to the WrestleMania stretch where it would make sense for Cody to lose. So I'm going to go, wait, let me read the others. Dean said Cody. Jesse said Cody, with Randy returning after the match and RKOing KO. That's funny. And I'm going to go with Cody as well. Which finally leads us to this. It's a tag match, would ya? DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa against the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. After losing the WWE Tag Team Championship in August 2024, DIY vowed to do whatever it took to regain the title. But during the time, there were signs of dissension between Ciampa and Gargano because the former was starting to slip into his not good ways. On the November 15th episode of SmackDown, Ciampa interrupted a title match between the Street Profits and defending champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, attacking both teams as Gargano tried to calm him down, leading to easing the team's dissemination. On December 6th episode, DIY defeated Motor City Machine Guns to regain the title after Gargano hit Sabin with a low blow, revealing that the dissension was a ruse and both men are now bad guys. A rematch between the two teams took place on the January 3rd, 2025 episode, but it ended in a no contest after a ball between Los Garza and Pretty Dead Lee spilled into the ring. On the January 17th episode, Motor City Machine Guns defeated Los Garza and then Pretty Deadly the following week. Later that night, Motor City Machine Guns announced DIY would defend the title against them at the U.S. What an asshole. Motor City Machine Guns announced later that night that DIY would defend the title against them at the Royal Rumble in a 2 out of 3 falls match was made official. DIY, we say, he's that guy who just loves to fucking talk like a goddamn cat, or should I say Gary from SpongeBob, says DIY. The Diener says DIY. I think it's fair for DIY to win because they're now heels, and yeah. And that's that. I don't think I really have much. I see you in the chat there, boy. You and I are going to have a talk about this crap. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. We will be back. Let's see. Next will be Vengeance Day, which, oh please don't tell me, which will not be until the 15th. So we'll be back in a couple weeks. If you give today. Yeah, and that's on that front. As for AEW, well, I have no idea. Wait, is this all they've announced for 2025? You can't be serious. Something's probably not set up properly here. Let me look. Okay, so we're not going to have AEW stuff to talk about until March. So, yeah, Vengeance Day is next. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And please be kind to each other. Good night.